Are you looking for the best sunscreen for oily skin? Then this video is for you. In this video, I'll be sharing with you my updated sunscreens for oily skin. I previously shared my top 5 in the video right here on the screen, so click that to watch it. Don't worry, I'll put this in the description box for easy access. As you all know, sunscreen is non-negotiable for all skin types all year round, but finding the right one for your skin type or skin tone is something that we find very challenging. That's why I try various sunscreens to help you decide on which one best suits your skin type and skin tone. If you're new here, my name is Tamna. I'm a beauty content creator in the Netherlands. I try out different beauty products to help you make the right decision. So if that sounds good, give this video a thumbs up, share it to a friend, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and enjoy the rest of the video. Bear in mind, I'm yet to find that sunscreen that will leave my face matte for up to an hour or even 2 hours. So I don't like to rank sunscreens based on their finish, mainly because it changes based on your skincare routine. Hence why I recommend you use lighter products if you want less shine, and if you want like that shine-free finish, set your face with translucent powder. For the purpose of this video, I've categorized these sunscreens into 4 textures. We have stick, silicone, cream, and fluid. So for the stick category, we have just one product, which is Beauty of JOSEON Matte Sun Stick. This was done in collaboration with Glow by Ramon, and it was made for people who have oily skin. This is something that I love a lot, especially around my eye area. This sunscreen doesn't sting the eyes. So if you have like sunscreens that sting your eyes, like everyone, we actually do have one sunscreen or more that stings the eyes, I advise you use this stick on your eye area, blend it with your fingers, then go ahead to apply the other sunscreen. One thing I want you guys to bear in mind is that if you're my skin tone or deeper, this could likely, leave a cast on your face. Also, how you apply this sun stick matters. If you're getting this for the purpose of just, wiping it across your face without blending it in, if you're dark or deeper, then this will leave a cast on you. But here's a trick, or here's a tip as to how to use it, or how I use it. I like to get the sun stick, roll it up, then I'll do like 5 swipes, like one all over, do it 5 times, then use my palms to blend it in, and then I don't see any casts. Remember that using this sun stick means you need to apply more than you would apply a fluid or cream sunscreen, because this one you can't necessarily measure, but I think someone has actually put a measurement of how you can use this sun stick, but for me I do 5 or 6 wipes per side. Moving on to the silicone category, we have 2 sunscreens here: the e.l.f. Suntouchable Invisible Sunscreen and the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. Most of you may argue that these aren't matte sunscreens, but hold on, here's why I added them to this list. If you prefer a very simple routine that involves 2 steps with a non-greasy application and reapplication, either of these 2 is one you should get. So basically you wash your face and you go in with either of them and you head out. That's how simple it is. Or you could just wash your face, apply toner, then apply either of these. One thing I like about these is that they don't leave your face looking shiny or your palms shiny after application. They give me that silicone primer vibe. If you've used silicone primers, you understand what I'm saying. So that's the vibe I get with them. One thing I want you guys to know is that I find the e.l.f. side more matte than the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. I also prefer the texture of the e.l.f. one to that of the Supergoop sunscreen. So the e.l.f. one comes out more harder in texture, whereas the Supergoop one has that, shea butter-ish kind of slide to it, if that makes sense. So next we have the thick/cream category, which has 3 products. The very first sunscreen in this category is the Eucerin Sun All Control Dry Touch Sunscreen. This sunscreen is often found as a matte sunscreen in the skincare community, and it's something that will always keep, popping up in my recommendations as well, because I've done different testings with this sunscreen and it still lives up to the dry touch claim to me. This is a thick yet lightweight sunscreen, and after it dries down on your face, you get that soft powdery finish. Some people may not find this matte. I have also seen some comments. I know that this is I think this is a reformulated version. The previous version I feel like was a lot more better than this one, but that doesn't mean that this does not live up to its claim. But one difference that I've noticed is that when I go swimming, or when I'm sweating, or when I get beat by the rain, this turns milky. That's the only thing that I've noticed that is different when compared to the previous one. But when it air dries, you don't find that milkiness on your face anymore, if that makes sense. Also, this could likely sting your eyes, so bear that in mind. But if you pair it with the matte sunstick from Beauty of JOSEON, you are totally fine. The next sunscreen is the Nivea Luminous 360 Anti-Dark Spots sunscreen. Okay, this is one sunscreen that will be on my list every time you ask me for a matte sunscreen. I just want you to bear that in mind. This is such a beautiful product. It's thick yet lightweight. When it dries down, you see the madness that this will give you. You just feel like, oh, I have powder on my face. You get what I mean? But one thing I do not like about this product is how it smells. If Nivea can take out the scent, because it's too floral. Oh my god, it is super floral, very annoying. It stays on, it lingers. If they could change how it smells, either drop down the fragrance level or take it out. This is a fantastic product. So if you can bypass the scent that this has, then you're good. This is really nice. I recommend it to you. So the third sunscreen in this category is the La Roche-Posay Anthelios Oil Control Gel Cream Sunscreen. Most of you are so pissed that this did not make my top 5 sunscreen list. Yes, I know it didn't. But right now it's here. This is a thick sunscreen that I love. If you already know, if you don't know, I love products or sunscreens by La Roche-Posay. I have loved them for years. You can go check the channel. I absolutely love the Shaka fluid. So I previously reviewed the original one before the oil control version came out, so you can check that review as well. This is nice. It's thick. When you apply it, you get the shine at first. With this product, you just really have to wait a while for it to sink in. Not immediately after application, you're like, oh, my face is like this. No, just give it some time to sink in. 15 minutes, and you get to see the finish it will leave on your skin. And also, do not over rub your sunscreen. Spread it, rest a while, like a few seconds or minutes. Just let it dissolve or air dry. Then you can blend in with any of the sunscreens aside from the stick sunscreen, because after you're done applying the stick sunscreen, you have to just blend in straight, if that makes sense. One thing I don't like about this product or about the La Roche-Posay sunscreens, if you wear white, this will stain your outfit. It will stain your attire. So when you're wearing this, make sure you've worn your white first, or make sure you apply it first and wait for it to dry before you wear your white, if that makes sense. Because if not, it is going to stain. This is the fragrance-free version, but it definitely has that alcohol scent to it. So bear that in mind. But it's not overpowering whatsoever. Before I move on to the fluid category, which of these sunscreens that I have showed you guys have you used? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the fluid category. And here we have 5 good sunscreens. So the very first one from the fluid category is La Roche-Posay Anthelios Oil Control Fluid Sunscreen. I can't talk about the cream one and not talk about the fluid. Come on. I am a very big fan of fluid sunscreens, and especially how they sound when I shake the bottle. It makes me so happy, and I feel like they're a lot more easy to apply. I just squeeze a lot into my palm and it's like runny. That's my jam. Okay, so back to this sunscreen. It's a fluid sunscreen, very lightweight, stains the attire, so bear that in mind as well. I don't think this will sting your eyes, but if I've said that before, I will update it in the comment section. In terms of these two, lately I figured that this one is a lot more matte than this one. I actually would always say the fluid was more matte, but I had if I think I saw somewhere where I compared them, or I can't remember. I think I used this one day and this one on the other side, but I did not film the video, and this was more matte. Oh, I can't remember if I already shared it with you guys, but yeah, I'm just thinking far and wide, but this one is more matte than this one in my opinion, but they are both in my matte, you know, category. Moving on to the next sunscreen, we have here BIORÉ UV Aqua Rich Aqua Protect Lotion SPF 50 plus PA plus 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 plus. This is one sunscreen that I have a love-hate relationship with. I actually like it, but this sometimes is a struggle to use. First, the texture or how the sunscreen looks when you pour it or dispense it into your palm, it's very weird. It looks like milk that has rotted or soured. That's the vibe it actually does give. When you apply this on your face, you let it air dry. You have to work fast with this sunscreen. It's not something you'd spread and chill. With this sunscreen, you have to work fast. With reapplication with this sunscreen, it's sometimes difficult. It could just one time not want to blend, so bear that in mind. And for me, what I do is I could use this twice during the day, and I would just use a different sunscreen. So I switch sunscreens depending on the nature of the sunscreen, and this one, because of how tough it could get to blend in after like 2 or 3 applications, I switch. So moving on to the last 3 sunscreens in this category and the last 3 sunscreens of this video, I have here with me Garnier Amber Soleil Super UV Niaciamide SPF 50 plus sunscreen. Next, Garnier BHA plus Niaciamide Daily UV Invisible Plus Matte Sunscreen. Oof, mouthful. And lastly, we have Vichy Capital Soleil UV Clear SPF 50 plus sunscreen. So why I grouped these 3 sunscreens together is because they have the same ingredients with similar finish, if not the same. They are lightweight fluid sunscreens. They blend in super easy. I love, oh, that sound. I love them so much. This one is my least favorite. I don't know why, but it's my least favorite. I feel like because I see that the brand is pushing out BHA plus niacinamide, it just throws me off. So yeah, it's my least favorite, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. If you're wondering, I have compared all of them together. I'll just put the video in the description box so you can watch it, or just check my sunscreen playlist, which is up here on the screen, and you get to watch all the videos that I've made with them. But yeah, so I compared them and I felt like either of these two, I felt one of them was more matte. I didn't pay attention to this one, but they're actually the same product in different bottles. That's how I feel, and most of you also felt that way when I compared them. So there you have it. Those are 11 sunscreens that combination to oily skin can use this summer. I hope you found this video helpful in your search for a perfect sunscreen, because everyone has that perfect sunscreen out there. You just have to, you know, find that perfect video that leads you to your perfect sunscreen. So I hope this helps you, you know, with your purchases. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it to those who you think needs to get their perfect sunscreens, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.